Every time you're running, you look just cool as ice. Where do you get this demeanor from? Because it looks like nothing bothers you.
Yeah, because all of us are human beings, and I'm competing against humans, so why would I be afraid of someone? I'm a competitor, so I just focus on my race and do my part. That's what I have to do.
Some people are calling it that dominant performance day by yourself as a beat and teach, but surely the beat and teach comes in the worlds, right?
Yeah, because it's actually a good win, but the main focus is the world championship. So when I win at the world championship, everyone can say what they want to say.
Yeah.
Because I know for sure I'm going to.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to another live stream. Slight bit of a delay there for me, guys. Sorry about the late start, but I think I'm just right on cue. And I do actually need to turn down my commentary so that I don't get a copyright violation. So we're currently looking at the 4x100 meters relay here for the men's. Again, apologies about the late start from myself. Again, I do apologize. I'm going to do a back steps. I'm going to do some little recap before I close off on the show to talk about all the teams there that have qualified so far. We've also had the 4x400 meters relay. That one has been run already. So I tried to make up for the late start here. The athletes are in their blocks and they are getting ready for the 4x100 meters relay. And we're looking at the men's 4x100 meters relay. I guess it would help if I actually went ahead and did a share screen for you guys so you can see what I am currently looking at. Again, I do apologize there for a bit of a late start for myself. All right. And they are off. Let's see if we can qualify for this one here, guys. USA are out in front. First baton exchange. USA still out in front here. They're being pressed by Canada and Jamaica, but they're still out on the front, guys. They're still out in the lead. Come on, Jamaica. No! Oh my God. No. Oh no. Oh my God, what just happened there? So it's Canada and USA through as Germany. Oh my God, we messed up the baton exchange. Oh no, guys, we messed up the baton exchange. We completely messed up that baton exchange. Oh my God, that's a massive disappointment. I'm waiting on the replay, but it's not looking good here, guys. Just waiting on the heat the real that was heat 1 of 2. Oh my God. We're not through to the finals here, guys. We're out. Jamaica out. See Thompson stretching for the baton exchange, but oh my God. We're not through to the finals, guys. It's not what you want to hear, is it? Again, I will do a recap of the other races before, but bad news. Finals won't have Jamaica in it. It's very disappointing. That's what relays is all about, though, isn't it? You have to be able to get the baton around in time. You just absolutely have to get that baton around in time. If not, I don't think he was on the third leg. Let me see if I can bring my comments up. I see a comment in the comment section, but it's actually on the video itself. So that's the reason why I can't see your comment on the live stream. I think someone's asking about where is Brian. That is massively disappointing. Massively disappointing. A pib name slip back. I don't think you're commenting on the. I can see your comment elsewhere. I will bring it up, but my mind is so distracted after that. My mind is so distracted after that. Very disappointing. Let's go ahead before the women's 4x100 meters relay get on the way. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a back step. We can look at how the rest of the heat pans out. You can see Jamaica's women's 4x100 meters relay. That one's already 4x400 meters. My apology. That one's already been ran. I'm sorry. I'm so disappointed. I will give you guys the results of everything that you guys have seen in front of you, but biggest disappointment so far, 4x100 meters relays there for the men's. Oh my God. That was it was a baton exchange there between Ford and Thompson just didn't get the baton in time. Massive disappointment there. Hopefully you guys can't hear my commentary in the background. Let me turn it down because quite obviously I don't want to get a copyright violation. Heat 2 of the men's 4x100 meters relay, that's about to get underway. Disappointing, isn't it? And so we're on the same page. It is the first 3 of the heats that qualifies plus 2 fastest times. They go through to the finals. Massively disappointed with that. Oh my gosh. But anyways, good morning, good afternoon. All depends on where you are in the world. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope you guys are all in good health. Hope everyone there is in good health. Oh my God. All right, guys. So I think the athletes there are currently on the track. They might be a little bit of a okay, so they should be the women's 4x100 meters relays team. I think they're in preparation to walk out onto the track and positions themselves. Before we get to that, we have the heat 2 of the men's 4x100 meters relay. And if you're tuning in, a bit of a disappointing news there for you guys. Jamaica haven't made it through to the finals. Poor baton exchange there between Ford and Hishane, and they're not through. So the second relay there, you've got Netherlands, you've got Ghana, you've got China, Italy, South Africa, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Japan and Australia. Again, it is the first 3 of the heat plus the 2 fastest times they qualify for the finals. It's a disappointing start to my day. Obviously, it must be about 6:32 there for you guys in Jamaica. Very disappointing. Extremely disappointing. Oh wow. Anyways, a pimp name slip back. I think you're commenting in the wrong. I think you're commenting on the video, but in the comment section rather than the live feed. So that's the reason why I can't bring up your comments. So I'm gonna go back and see if I can look at your comments quickly. And as I said, I will do a little bit of a recap can see all you guys there. I think what I need to do is refresh my studio, all right? I think I gotta exit my studio and then come back in because I can't see your comments. I can see you guys are commenting elsewhere, but it's not popping up in my feed. Not sure if that's a platform issue. So what I'm gonna do is come out my studio and then come back in, all right? All right. That doesn't appear to have made a difference. That did not make a difference in the slightest. I'm not really sure what's going on, guys. The only way that I can see your comments is if I actually leave my studio and look elsewhere. So I do apologize. I'm not able to bring up your comments, not because I don't want to, just because it's not showing in my studio. So good morning to yourself, Rochelle. I hope you're in good health. A pimp named Slipback. No, level wasn't on the third leg. Yeah, exactly. So close, and very disappointing. Extremely disappointment. Heat 2 there, the final heats of the 4x100 meters relay for the men's. It's about to get underway. And if you're just tuning in, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but Jamaica's men's relay 4x100 meters relay team, that is, we haven't made it through to the final. Poor baton exchange there for the 4x100 meters relay. Poor baton exchange there between Ford and Thompson. Thompson was there stretching out, waiting for the baton, but it didn't get around to him. South Africa look as if they've got a South Africa are gone as well, guys. So South Africa looks like they had a poor baton exchange of their own. Oh my God, Great Britain and Northern Ireland's gone again. Jesus. So Great Britain and Northern Ireland, I believe they picked up a finish. I think they finished 8th in one of their I think it's the 4x400 meters relay. We will backstep a bit and look at the other results elsewhere, but Great Britain and Northern Ireland didn't make the cut. South Africa didn't make the cut. Again, I think that one from first glance, it looks as if it's down to some poor baton exchange. So it's actually the 3 teams that's qualified there from the final heats of the 4x100 meters relay is Ghana, Netherlands, and also Japan. It's total chaos, isn't it? The 4x100 meters relays so far for the men's is total chaos. That's the only way that I can put it. Pure chaos. Pure chaos here, guys. I wish I could bring it up on my screen here for you so you can see what I'm seeing. But let me go ahead and do a shared screen for you guys. And as I said, before I close up, I will backstep a bit and look at the results elsewhere. But total chaos so far. Total chaos for Jamaica, South Africa, and also Great Britain. Oh. So Marcel of Italy, he took a hit, but it's just pure chaos. Pure chaos. I think there was a coming together there with South Africa and Italy. Marcel being the athletes. Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I don't know what. I don't think they got the baton round in time. Oh my God, he did not get the baton to him in time. It's pure chaos. It is pure chaos. The relays have to be one of the most exciting events. Jesus, it is absolute chaos, guys. Pure chaos. Let me know what you guys make of the relays so far. Just it's total chaos here, guys. Total chaos. We're currently waiting for the women's 200, the women's, my apologies, 4x100 meters relays, the heats that is, to get on the way. But so far, if you're tuning in, I'm gonna do a recap for you, and you've got to brace yourself for the recap because, like I said, it's pure chaos that I'm looking at, and that's for the men's, both for the heats 1 and heats 2. Poor baton exchange all round, untimely baton exchange all round. So for the 4x400 meters relay, that is South Africa, Qatar, and Netherlands, Kenya, PR of China, United States, France, and Zambia. That's for the men's. They've all qualified for the finals. Oh my God. Let's see if we can backstep a little bit here, guys. I'm gonna try and see if I can get up some results here for you all. I was not expecting that much chaos, to be honest with you, but it's exactly what we're looking at, isn't it? But let's see if we can lift the mood a little bit by looking back before the women's get on the way. Let's look back at the 4x400 meters relays. See if we can lift the mood just a little bit there for you guys. And you can see this one there on the screen in front of you. Heat 1 for the 4x100 meters relay. Canada with a season best of 37.85. United States also qualify with a time of 37.94, as does Germany. Germany produced a season best of 38.12. For the 4x400 meters relays, is United States. They produce a world lead of 3.22.53. Jamaica also with a world lead of 3.22.77 seconds. Norway, they with a national record of 3.23.88. Botswana in the men's 4x100 meters relay, 4x400 meters relay, my apologies, they produced a season best of 2.57.68 seconds. Belgium with a season best of 2.57.98 seconds. Great Britain and Northern Ireland, this is the 4x400 meters relay. Unfortunately, the women's team, so equivalents of the 4x400 meters relay, they haven't qualified. They finished in 8th place. I'm going to go back and look at that result. I'm currently looking at the replay there of the second heat for the 4x100 meters relay. You can see Great Britain and Northern Ireland there with some oh my Jesus, I feel so sorry for them. They are so frustrated with that. And rightly so. I don't know if you guys predicted any of that. I don't know if you guys predicted any. What is Uptown 1G? By the way, I can't see you guys' comment in my studio. I have to leave my studio to see your comments. Hence your comments not coming up on the screen as it usually does. Total chaos. Uptown 1G, you're obviously supporting Jamaica. Poor baton exchange there for Jamaica. Untimely baton exchange there for Jamaica in the heat 1 of the 4x100 meters relay for the men's. And that was between Ford and also Kishane. And basically, to summarize it, sorry to burst your bubble, but we haven't qualified, basically. That's long story short, we've just not qualified. Athletes are in disbelief, as am I. I'm in total disbelief myself. My God. All right. So currently waiting on the 4x100 meters relay for the women's to get underway. You can see Jamaica here, guys. Right, rock bottom, did not finish. So that is how we look. Unfortunately, sorry to be the bearer of bad news there, where the 4x100 meters relays is concerned in heat 1. Jamaica did not finish. Not sure if you guys are going to be watching the finals to come. Hopefully you do, though. Hopefully you do. And in heat 2 also had some chaos of its own, which I've already gone over. The screen in front of me hasn't been loaded yet, so we can't look at that for the time being. So if you want to be bold and brave and predict what could happen in the women's equivalent of the 4x100 meters heat, then do go ahead and make that bold claim for me if you can. If you fancy making a prediction, go ahead and do that one for me. Currently rating on the heat 1 of the 4x100 meters relay there for the women. The men have already gone, and that one is done and dusted. And tomorrow is the final. Tomorrow is the last day, so tomorrow is the finals. of the relays and the closing of the championship. So we're currently looking at heat 1 for the 4x100 meters relays. And Jamaica is in heat 1, and I'm hoping there'll be no chaos that we're looking at. So let me go ahead and bring that one on the screen there for you. You should be able to see this one. Come on, guys. So good news, we do have the twin turbo, so we should be fine. We should be fine with this one. We've got the twin turbo, got Jadine Williams as well, and Janelle Smith. So we should be fine here, guys. We should be fine. Let's see. Let's see if the women can come out and pick the mood up a little bit, because I am a little bit deflated. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All depends on where you are in the world. I'm going to be the bearer of bad news if you haven't clocked on yet. Jamaica's men's 4x100 meters relays team failed to make it through to the final. Untimely poor baton exchange there between Ford and Kishane. But we are bracing ourselves for the women's equivalent of the 4x100 meters relay. And we have the twin turbo in the mix. So we should be fine. Athletes, they're going through their introductions inside these stadiums. I can't see your comments at the moment. So if you are commenting, unfortunately, I think I've got a technical issue, so I can't see your comments, but I will try to look at my phone screen to see if I can bring up your comments. All right. And before I close off, as I said, I'm going to backstep, maybe look at some of the results there from yesterday and also today as it relates to the heats, just so that we're all on the same page. So in heat 1 of the women's 4x100 meters relay, athletes are currently getting into their blocks. Again, that is Jadine Williams there of Jamaica, the twin turbo, that is Tia and Tina Clayton and Janelle Smith. They are the ones there that line up in the heats of the 4x100 meters relay. And they are off. See if we can get round with a smooth baton exchange for the first exchange here. Williams going well. Baton has safely been handed, guys. Good baton exchange again. She's gone. She's gone. Come on. That's it. That's it. Baton exchange has been smoothly handed over, guys. So that's it. We're done. Smith closed it off there for us. So smooth baton exchange there between Williams and the Clayton twins, and Smith closed it off there for us. Season best of 41.80 for Jamaica. So Jamaica qualifiers winners, as there's Spain in second, 43.53. France with a season best 42.71. So at least we're through there, guys. The girls did what they needed to do. So done and dusted for the finals. Finals is taking place tomorrow. Big up to the girls there. They produce a season best, as I said, 41.18. One of the athletes there are they're in a wheelchair. Not sure which athletes it is and which country they represent, but they're in a wheelchair. Hope they're okay. Okay. I think she pulled up. I can't tell who she's representing. It might be Italy. So one of the Italian athletes there pulled up. I think it was the first baton exchange, pulled up. Looks like it might be a hamstring injury. So it looks like one of the Italian athletes there pulled up with a hamstring injury, guys. Hence seeing her in the wheelchair. It's good there from the girls. A season best. Can't complain. So that is almost the closing there of the 4x100 meters heats for the women's. We have heats 2 to come. Ivory Coast, Poland, PR of China, United States, Canada, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Germany and Switzerland, they complete the pack. That one is about to get underway any moments now. And as I said, before I close off here, guys, I'm going to backstep a bit and look at the results elsewhere. Also talk about yesterday. I think there's plenty of talking points with yesterday's performance. So we're going to be speaking about that in a short while. Okay, so let me just line up some stuff there to dive into. Also, massive thank you to those of you who helped me to get to 8,000 subscribers. Big up to you guys there for helping me to reach 8,000 subs. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to be, you must be watching the relay finals tomorrow, because at least the women's team through. Men's team aren't through, but at least you can give your support to the women's team, because they are safely through. We have something to do tomorrow, and we're currently waiting on Heat 2. So waiting on Heat 2, but before we jump into Heat 2, there's a women's shot put final taking place, and the camera focus and commentary is currently on the women's shot put finals. Then we're going to segue into the Heat 2 of the women's 4x100 meters. All right, let me see what you guys are saying there in the comment section. So, as I said, I'm a pimp named Slipback, Rochelle, Uptown 1G. I do apologize. There's not really much that I can do. I'm not really sure why your comments aren't coming up in the studio. I think that's more of a technical issue, nothing that I have control over, because I've done all that I can and nothing is working. So I apologize for that. See if I can do something else for you guys. All right, let me. All right, there. So I'm giving you guys a clearer look at the screen in front of me, so you guys can see how the athletes have finished. And I'm gonna go over these results. So far we've had the 4x400 meters relay, both men's and women's. We're gonna do a little recap of that. I don't really think you want me to do a recap of the 4x100 meters men's relay, but we will either way. Great Britain's Dina Asher Smith's currently on my screen. They're in Heat 2 of the 4x100 meters relay. Let's see if they can qualify for the finals. Their men's team, similar to Jamaica's men's team, they haven't qualified. So let's see if Great Britain can do one better than their male equivalent. Total chaos. Don't let there be no more chaos and no poor baton exchange for the final heats of the 4x100 meters relay. My God. My gosh. Wow. All right. So the athletes here are currently going through their names, the introductions of the athletes currently being introduced to the stadium. And then we're going to dive into it. If you haven't hit the like button, please do go ahead and hit the like button. Please make sure you hit the like button. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All depends on where you guys are based in the world. Definitely a good morning to those of you there in the Caribbean and also across the pond in the United States and Canada. And big ups to you guys there tuning in from in Africa, Asia. As I said to you guys yesterday that I realized I have some. Okay, England sorry, Great Britain's gonna strong here with their athletes. They're not messing around, are they? As I said, I'm a little bit surprised that I have subscribers, viewers watching in Papua New Guinea, Pakistan, and India. So big ups to you guys. All right, let's see what England and the rest of the countries there have in store for us. So England, they've gone with a strong lineup, which you guys can see there on your screen. Hopefully they can produce a clean baton exchange, qualify for the finals. It is the first 3 of each heat plus the 2 fastest times. They qualify for the finals, okay? Ivory Coast as well. Ivory Coast are in the heat 2. I did not bargain for that many did not finish or disqualified for the relays. Definitely was not on my object bingo cards. Maybe you guys saw something different than myself, but I definitely weren't bargaining for that. That's for sure. All right, so the athletes there are in their blocks, positioning themselves there in their blocks. Right, come on, girls. Again, to remind you guys, is the first 3 there, they qualify automatically, plus the 2 fastest times, they go through to the final. So USA moving fast here, guys. I think as it stands, they are. Looks like they're out in front. That's the USA. Looks like it's going to be USA, Great Britain, and Germany so far out in front. USA leading the pack. Daryl Neater chasing her down. It looks like Great Britain. Yeah, they do it. So that is the So world lead, I think USA produced a world lead. So they produced a world lead of 41.80 seconds. It looks, it's either 80 seconds or 60 seconds. I'll confirm that in a few, followed by Germany with a season best of 41.86. And Great Britain and Northern Ireland with a time of 41.88. They complete the first 3. So that's job done in the 4x100 meters relay. So all the relays there have been run respectively from the 4x400 meters relay, male and female, as well as the 4x100 meters relays. So I'm going to wait on the results there to come up on screen. Currently, you can see the results there for the first heat of the 4x100 meters relay for the women's. Jamaica qualify with a season best of 41.80. Spain qualify also with 42 points. 5.3, as does France with 42.71. So let me go back a step. I'm going to go back several steps. I'm going to jump back into yesterday's action because there's a couple more things there to be discussed, which I am pretty sure I didn't talk about. So let's go back and see if we can jump into yesterday's action before I close off on the stream. Let me see what I need to bring up on my screen in front of me for you guys. The commentators are just currently going over a couple of the results there. And as I've said, if you're just tuning in and you support the black, gold, and green, Jamaica are out for the 4x100 meters relay finals. So that's obviously a huge talking point. Definitely disappointed, but these things can happen in relays, can't they? So let's go back and look at yesterday's action. I'm going to wait on the results there to take. It's going to take some time for the full results to load up on my screen in terms of today's results. So I'm going to give it some time. And while I do so, let's go back and look at the men's 200 meters finals from yesterday. Right. Hopefully you guys can see this one on your screen. I'm not sure if you can. I'm going to go ahead and look. Yes, you can. So to gloss over what happened yesterday, I'm sure you guys are all on the same page by now. Noah Lai is retaining his crown, retaining his 200 meters title, not once, not twice, but 4 times, and that in itself is a massive talking point. Before we get on to Brian, I'm obviously going to be speaking about Brian Level. In terms of Noah Lyles himself, that's a huge talking point. Reason being, the only other athlete there to do it 4 times in a row, we're always going to be talking about him because I believe that he is the greatest athlete of all time. So the only other athlete there that's managed to do it 4 times in a row, besides Noah Lyles with his performance yesterday, is Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt has managed to, previously he won 4 world championship titles over said different distance in a row, dating back from 2009, 2011, 2013, as well as 2015. 2015 it being Beijing. So Noah Lyles has gone ahead and matched that, and we all know that he definitely loves to etch his name in the history books, especially when it comes to matching up to the greatest of all time. So I'm sure he's one of those athletes there that, though this current championship has yet to be concluded, I'm certain he's already looking forward to the next championship to come to see if he can put himself out in front. Because as I said, as things stand, he is the only athlete there alongside Usain Bolt that have managed to win the men's 200 meters titles 4 times in a row. So next up, he's gonna want to pull away from the legend himself and see if he can win it 5 times in a row. I'm sure that's already on his mind. As I said, the current championship is still underway, will be concluded tomorrow, but I'm sure that is something there that he'll be seeking to achieve. And so look back at the 200 meters finals in terms of the results there. Noah's compatriot Kenny securing the silver medal with a season best there of 19.58. And Brian Level, the man there that's been leveling up all season long, he leveled up once more, definitely leveled up once more, producing a personal best there of 19.64 seconds to secure the bronze medal. And that does make for a tremendous reading, not just for Brian, but also for Jamaica. But in terms of Brian Lever there, in terms of what we've seen throughout this season, him being a national champion, the performances that he has produced so far this season, his name, it said he's doing what his name says, doesn't it? Isn't he, in terms of leveling up, getting better and better? And definitely he is, for me, and I'm sure for you guys there in the comment section, and those of you who are silently listening, is definitely one of the most talked about talked about sprinters. And he does have a great career ahead of him. And I think from what we can see in terms of the national title, and also coming to the championship and producing a bronze medal, that is a glimpse of what's to come. I'm sure he has a tremendous career ahead of him. But going back to what I said there in terms of Usain Bolt, again, greatest to ever do it. So his name's always going to be discussed. We're talking about these sprinting events, or just athletics in general. Usain's name is always going to be mentioned. So we already looked at Usain and also Noah Lyles, both being the only 2 athletes there to secure the 200 meters titles at the world championship level 4 times in a row. Also, if we're talking about the 400 meters title, it's good to see that again we can have something there to brag about. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can bring up a table here for you guys so we can look at the world championships as well as the 200 meters title and how Jamaica has performed. I know for some fans it's all about finishing first place. A lot of people don't like to discuss bronze medals and whatever, but as I said, to make it to the championships is a monumental achievement. And for me, once you're on the podium, you definitely deserve high praise. You definitely deserve to be discussed. So hence the discussion. I saw someone in my comment section that said, why are we still talking about Oblique Seville days later? I'm assuming that's someone that supports the United States based on the trajectory and the tone of their conversation. Whether it's 1 day later, 2 days later, a years later, if we want to talk about Oblique Seville and his achievements, then we're going to go ahead and do just that, because he definitely deserves high praise. Likewise, if it was Noah that managed to win the 100 meters title, we would still talk about him. We would still give him his praise because he would be deserving of that. But backtracking and going back to the discussion there of the 200 meters crowning of the champion, Noah Lyles there. If we look at I don't really like looking at Wikipedia, but just for conversation purpose, let's go ahead and look at the 200 meters at the World Championships. Good to see that we still have the legend Veronica Campbell Brown, and we all know about Jetta. Wow. Those are the days, fierce competition there between Jamaica and the United States. And this one here is a snapshot of the 200 meters World Championships back in 2011. Feels like such a long time ago, but I'm sure the memory is close to a lot of people's minds. So if we segue and go all the way down in terms of the medals one, right, in said competition there, you can see what I just discussed with you guys. I'm hoping you guys can see on the screen. You guys can see there the Usain Bolt there again from 2009 straight through to 2015 with the World Championship title around his neck. Again, the only other athlete there to do it 4 times in a row is Noah Lyles. And why it's such a wonderful achievement there for Brian Level, and this is the reason there why, irrespective of whether you guys respect bronze medal or not, which I think is very cheeky of anyone not to respect a podium finish, it's a great reading and a wonderful achievement there for Jamaica, because it hasn't been since 2015. So that's what, a decade. It's been a decade since we've been able to sit here and say that we have a podium finish where the men's 200 meters is concerned. We know over on the women's side of things, obviously Sharika Jackson was the former world champion over said distance. She managed to do it in 2022 and also 2023 as well. So passing on her title to Melissa Jefferson Wooden of the United States. She secured the sprint double there, having won the 100 and 200 meters. So back over to Brian Level. As you can see there, first time since 2015 there for Jamaica where we've secured a podium finish. So big ups to Brian Level. Definitely proud of the young man. I can't remember his age. Let's go ahead and click on his age. He's 21. So 21 years old. You can see there that his profile has been updated, and it does make for a wonderful reading for him. So not only can he call himself a national champion, but he can also call himself a world championship bronze medalist. Long may the success continues. So it's great to see him there on the podium, and good to see Jamaica back on the podium on the men's side of things where the 200 meters is concerned, because as I said, it's been a decade since we have been able to speak about that. So the future does look bright. Future definitely looks bright over on the men's side of things for both the 100 and the 200 meters. And I think with that, it's safe to say that the future definitely is in good shape, good form, and the rivalry is definitely back. The rivalry there between the United States and Jamaica, and I think it's good to see that the boys there are balancing things up for us, so we can have some bragging rights. And also, again, big ups to all the athletes there who unfortunately didn't make the finals or didn't make the semifinals or the subsequent finals, I should say. Whether that's true, that's through not being able to finish their race in the qualification positions, or perhaps due to injuries. We already went over the fact that a couple of athletes didn't finish their, weren't able to compete in this year's World Championship due to picking up some untimely injuries. So again, speedy recoveries to those athletes there. If I backstep a bit and go back to my results, I'm going to see if I can go back to a couple of results there again from yesterday before I make my return to today's action. Let's go ahead and see if I can bring up yesterday's results as it relates to the 200 meters finals for the women, because again, we have plenty to be thankful for where the black, gold, and green is concerned. Nevertheless, plenty there to be thankful for. And we already discussed Brian's achievements, so it's only right if we go ahead and also discuss Sharika Jackson's achievements there in the in the finals. I think it's safe to say, based on the season that she's had, a podium finish is more than deserving, definitely deserving for Jacko, and it's something there that we should definitely be celebrating. Again, because of the circumstances, she's not had the best season coming from the horse's mouth herself. She said she had an up and down season, but even with an up and down season, yes, she didn't retain her title, she didn't retain her crown, but she did manage to secure an all-important podium finish, which you can see there on the screen in front of you, securing the bronze medal. We've already discussed Melissa Jefferson Wooden. She won the title there with a world lead of 21.68 seconds to secure her sprint double. But while I'm looking at the table there for the women's 200 meters finals, which obviously took place yesterday, definitely have to give Great Britain's Amy Hunt her flowers firmly to the feet of Amy Hunt, because she secured a superb 200 meters silver medal. So big ups to Amy Hunt, and it's a wonderful achievement there, isn't it? I'm sure she's probably still smiling and in celebratory mood. Full celebration, I'm sure, will come at the closing of the championship, but to be sandwiched there between the athlete there from the United States, Melissa Jefferson Wooden, securing the gold medal, and also to be sandwiched between the former champion, that be it Jacko Sharika Jackson. That's a wonderful achievement there for Great Britain's Amy Hunt, securing silver there in a time of 22.14 seconds. I can't see if you guys have said anything in the comment section, and if you have, again, I do apologize. I'm having some technical difficulties on my end, so I can only apologize for that one. Okay. So back over to, let me see what you guys are saying. A matter of fact, Fitzroy Mackenzie. Pick up yourself. I hope you're in good health. Good morning. I hope you are in good health, or maybe it's a possible good afternoon to yourself. Big ups to you. Again, going back over to discussing Sharika Jackson. So she did a post-race interview, which I'm gonna try and see if I can play it. I did upload it to my channel. I'm gonna see if I can try and play Sharika Jackson's post-race interview from yesterday, having secured the bronze medal, a podium finish. And I'm definitely happy to see that she was beaming from ear to ear, filled with a lot of pride, as she should be. Again, given the circumstances, given the year that she's had, a podium finish despite having a up and down season. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can bring up that interview again. I did upload it onto my YouTube channel, I think just after I went live. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can fish that one out for you guys and give you guys a little glimpse and a listen into Sharika Jackson. So let's see how I'm gonna do this one. Hold on, bear with me. Let me go ahead and see if I can bring up Jacko's interview. I think before I do that, I actually need to go into my YouTube channel and bring that one up for you guys. And apologies there for the technical issues that I'm experiencing. I have technical issues with the studio itself. And one of those issues mean I can't actually see you guys' comments. So again, not personal. So all I can do is apologize. Let's go ahead and listen to Sharika Jackson's post-race interview. You guys can feel free to watch this one back on replay in your own time. But let's go ahead and dive into Sharika Jackson's post-race interview from yesterday. Okay? Is in high spirits. Jamaica's Sharika Jackson is in high spirits after securing an applaudable bronze medal in the women's 200 meters finals at the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. In a post-race interview, Jacko said she feels good. She also revealed that she has spent most of the year working on her mental health after an up and down season.
I feel good. I'm actually feeling good. I had a really up and down year this year, but I am grateful. I am standing on the podium again, and I'm happy. I think most of it was mental because once you get hurt and then the mental aspect of that, it plays on my mind. So I think most of this year I worked on my mental health a lot, and I showed up tonight. I just wanted to put the pieces together. Tonight I wasn't the gold medalist, but I leave in here with a faithful bronze medal. I said this last year because last year they, I don't want to say younger sister, but the Tia made the Olympic final at 19, and that's good because at 19 a lot of persons weren't at the Olympic Games. So for her to make the final last year, and then this year her sister got the silver medal in the 100. I think it's really, really good. And Shelly, as I said, Shelly closed her campaign here, which is really, really hard. It's just a good feeling to know that she started her career here, she ended it here. She also made the final, which is good at such a age. She made the final, and I think all the youngsters are coming up every year. We have somebody new, so we can't just say we have 2 or 3 persons. We have everybody showing up, and I think that is something we are grateful for to have. Especially the younger ones, they come in, they're running fast. So put together, everybody together is just a powerhouse as always.
And that was the post-race interview there from Sharika. Oops, let's go ahead and pause that. You guys don't need that. That is the post-race interview there from Sharika Jackson. And can definitely appreciate an interview as such, as filled with a lot of transparency and openness there from Sharika Jackson. Obviously, the main talking point from that one there, aside from the fact that she's saying that she feels good, and as I said, she should feel good. Securing a bronze medal. You heard her there. She had an up and down year, and she spent most of the year taking care of her mental health. Whether that's through a sports psychologist or not. I'm assuming that it is. As I've said on numerous streams before, I think your team is incomplete without a sports psychologist. I think every athlete there should definitely have access to a sports psychologist. But I do know that they are pricey. Sports psychologists aren't cheap. So that's probably one of the reasons there why some athletes don't have access to a sports psychologist, and whether they know the value that a sports psychologist brings, only they can answer that one. I think we also heard Oblique Seville speak about his sports psychologist. His sports psychologist is Mr. Dr. Hamilton. So big up to Dr. Hamilton. He's an athlete, he's a sports psychologist there that's worked with an abundance of Jamaican athletes from the netballers. He actually was the sports psychologist for Team Jamaica at the 2022 Commonwealth Games, which took place in Birmingham, England. Had the pleasure of meeting him, and he's extremely passionate about female athletes and making sure that they're on a level playing field as equal to their male counterparts. And he's also obviously quite big on mental health. So that could be the difference maker there. I think that's been an important factor when it comes to Oblique Seville and him securing the all important gold medal there for the men's 100 meters finals. We heard him speak about his mental well-being, and also heard him giving his praise there to Dr. Hamilton, his sports psychologist. I'm not sure about Sharika Jackson, again, whether it's a case of she did speak about obviously tending to her mental health. I'm assuming, don't quote me, that that is through the help of a sports psychologist, but I wouldn't be able to tell you who her sports psychologist is. But it's great to hear her speak so openly, so affectionately, and you could hear from the interview itself, although you're not looking at the a video recording of the interview, you could clearly hear that she's beaming from ear to ear, as she should be. Absolutely delighted with her podium finish. So think I speak for all of us there when I say that we are delighted with the athletes there who have finished on the podium at this year's World Athletics Championship, both for the men's and the women's. We do have one more final to come. I'm tempted to close off on this one and to see if I can work on the technical issues that I'm experiencing, because I'm definitely experiencing some technical issues, which is preventing me from seeing you guys in the comment section. So it's a massive disappointment. I can't really get to do what I'm what I would like to do for you guys. But we do have the 400 meters finals coming up in just under 1 hour's time. So depending on whether I'm going to be experiencing any technical issues, if I don't experience any technical issues, I'll try to come back in the nick of time for that final there for you guys, because we do have Navaski Anderson in the final. So we've got an athlete there, Navaski Anderson, to support in the finals of the 800 meters to come. So I'm gonna try and see if I can come back for you guys with that one. All right, sorry about the technical difficulties. It's completely out of my control. There's not really much there that I can do, but I'm gonna try and see if I can fix it. And if I am able to fix it, then I will be back. If not, I should be able to see you guys tomorrow. All right, in the meantime, if you fancy rewatching that interview there of Sharika Jackson speaking about her mental health. To echo her words, she said, I worked on my mental health, and she also said that she feels good. So you could go ahead and listen back to that interview. It is uploaded on my channel. For now, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I'm going to try and work on these technical difficulties. In the meantime, while you wait on the final of the men's 800 meters, you do have some football that you guys can dissect. I know you guys enjoy your football. In the Merseyside derby, Liverpool are 2-0 up, and that is obviously against Everton. You also have Burnley versus Nottingham Forest coming up, Brighton versus Tottenham, West Ham versus Crystal Palace in the London derby, Wolves taking on Leeds United, and you close off the day with a big blockbuster, Manchester United playing host to Chelsea. So you can always keep your eyes on the football until I come back. I'm gonna love you and leave you and trying to sort out these technical difficulties my end. All right, I'll be back in a few. But if you haven't hit the like button, do go ahead and hit the like button. Also, remember to hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you in a few. Until next time, take care. We built this out of love, out of pride, shining a light from the island to the diaspora, to the world. A golden beacon of sports, music, and everything in between. The very best of Jamaica. We little, but we Talawa.